Welcome to Dealer's Choice. This is a special episode and edition today. As you all know from media releases that we've done, the up and coming 4 or 5 episodes, we're trying to highlight mental health awareness within the poker community across the board with dealers, staff, commentators, players as well. We know it is okay not to be okay, but we need to try and reach out and tell people this and stop people from hiding away from it. Today, we have a special show. It is going to be the Cam Show with a special guest today is Neil Calloway. Hi, Neil.
Hi, Ross. Thanks for having me on.
No problem at all. So, as I said in the intro there, we've got yourself on from the Cam, the camzone.net. Is that how it's pronounced? Or?
Yeah, so that's our website, and Calm with a campaign against living miserably.
Sure. Now, as I said, we're trying to reach the wider spectrum within the poker community. Can you give us a rundown of what exactly is Cam and how did it become?
So we started off as a charity about 15 years ago, and it's just the campaign against living miserably. So we campaign to raise awareness of the issue of suicide and mental well-being, and we also, our big thing is we're on a helpline and web chat which is free, open from 5 p.m. till midnight every day of the week, on 0800 58 58 58, or at thecalmzone.net. We've got a web chat. So yeah, suicide is the biggest killer of men under 45 in the UK, so it's not really a stat many people know about. So yeah, we exist to raise awareness of that, change the conversation around outdated stereotypes, in particular when it comes to men, and get people to open up and talk about their mental well-being. So that's what we're here for.
But I think we discussed beforehand, it's not just men that you allow to contact yourself. You are open to all genders, all ages and all spectrums in life. So
yeah. So it's we're open to people, whoever needs us. We started off, we were originally just for men, but anyone, regardless of their gender identity, gets the support on our helpline from the trained professionals that we use on our helpline. So, yeah.
Sure, I mean, there is the stigma, and I'm not just going to say in the poker world, but all over the world, in my opinion, that it's man up or just get on with it. Predominantly a male-orientated thing. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen within the female world or other genders, but through my life over the last X amount of years, I've heard it so often that people, I'm not feeling great, just man up, or swearing and stuff like that. And come on, you got to get on with it, school of hard knocks. It's not quite as easy as that, though, is it, Neil?
No. Man up is one of the phrases I hate. That stuff. We've all heard it. Calm, probably 18 months ago or so now, did a billboard on Tottenham Court Road in central London that had "grow a pair" on it. Another phrase I hate.
Yeah.
But there were 2 massive ears there, so we turned a negative phrase into a positive. So grow a pair, listen, listen and talk. So that's what we're about, and that's what Calm are really good at. I think we, subvert things and that sort of stuff. So we like to think we're not like other mental health charities. People come to us when normal mental health services or charities haven't worked for them or are not appropriate.
Yeah, I mean, I think the job the guys and girls at Cam do is brilliant. I think the fact that there is people out there who are willing to give up their time to help others. I mean, looked at your stats on average. I think it's 50 suicides prevented every week just by calling yourselves or reaching out to yourselves.
Yeah, so I think last year, it's probably more like 50 a month, to be honest. So
a month, sorry.
Yeah, don't worry. We answered more than last year was our for obvious reasons, 2020 was our busiest ever year in terms of contacts for the helpline. We answered more than 140,000 calls and directly prevented 556 suicides. So yeah, that's that's how big the issue is. You know what I mean? That's what we do. That's a frontline helpline service, getting people, practical support from trained professionals from 5 p.m. till midnight every day of the week.
And yourself, Neil, if you don't mind me asking, how did you get into being a member of CAM?
So I just, we did, I say we, I wasn't working at CAM at the time. Years ago, people might have seen at the moment, we've got a couple of billboards out and about at bus stops. But years ago, we did a man dictionary campaign that was like quite, there was funny definitions of words and that sort of stuff. And I used to go to do my weekly shop at the supermarket, and I'd always pass a couple of these, and I'd always laugh, but it was like slightly stung in a way, because it was like, so that, and then, a job came up, and, it was always kept in the back of my mind, and suicide, I've said, is the single biggest killer of men under 45 in the UK, which, one of those stats, really shocking stat. And that's me, you know what I mean? I'm like, the thing most likely to kill me is me. So, it's one of those issues that was very personal to me, and that sort of stuff, So I started working at CALM in January 2019. So it was a great year of working at, getting out, speaking to people, working in an office, getting out to events. Like, a big part of our thing has always been like people running for us and that sort of stuff. So we did that, had a great year. And then past year or so, not been in the office at all, no events, so just over 2 years at CALM, and 2 very different years. But yeah, same as everyone, really,
So, I mean, as I said, you're the Trust and Foundations Officer. What does that sort of entail?
So I'm just part of the fundraising team and the supporter care team. So I deal with all with a lot of our fundraising things. Get some money from trusts and foundations, give us some money, and on the supporter care side, it is talking to people like you, getting out to events. Acknowledge a lot of our supporters are bereaved by suicide, and we pride ourselves on giving the best supporter care to everyone. So part of the team that helps with that and make sure everyone's thanked for their donations and questions answered and supported when they're doing, lots of people. It's great because people are starting doing events for us again because they can. So yeah, supporting people on that and stuff. My calendar's already full of when I'm going to be out at cheering at events, and I'm just looking forward to meeting people again. Not, this is great that I can talk to you here, but so much better when you can actually meet people. So that's really good. See crowds again and stuff.
So you've mentioned, obviously, charitable donations are obviously welcome.
Yeah.
Without these charitable donations from the regular people, and also these companies, patrons and stuff like that, CAM obviously wouldn't exist because it can't run on fresh air, obviously.
No.
If someone wants to donate, how do they go about it? And do you accept any sort of donations?
Largely, there are, easiest way to donate would be go to our website, thecalmzone.net, and there's a donate button. People can donate there. It costs on average £8 to pay for every call or web chat we receive. So, that £8 will pay for a call, which is great. People put on events for us. So you go on our website again, thecalmzone.net. There's a page about how to fundraise for us. Lots of people have been doing virtual stuff for us for the past year or so. Lots of virtual quizzes, that sort of stuff, virtual runs, and that, So people have been running on their own and stuff in groups. But yeah, that's it. Like, that's a big part of it, you know. And the great thing for doing stuff for us, it gets people together for a shared cause and talking. So that's, you know, that's really important. It's good, you know, that helps people as well, as raises money for us, and it helps them. Our supporters are also beneficiaries. Like 2019, we had about 400 people run the London 10K for us, and that was absolutely amazing. You know, it just so many people, all our runners wear neon orange running tops, and just so many people there. Really felt like a community, and
yeah,
I felt great just being there, and people felt great running for us. So yeah, it's like a real community thing. So yeah.
And as we said, you don't discriminate against genders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'll flip this on the other sort of way of it, because again, a lot of people stigmatize with the poker community being a gambling community. Now, for instance, what is the process of, say, for instance, I pick up the phone or I log on and I want to chat to somebody yourself. Now, I have zero money in the bank. I am at my death's door because I don't know where to go, nobody to talk to. And you've got, on the flip side, you've got the polar eclipse. I've still got nobody to talk to, but I've got hundreds of thousands of pounds in the bank. When we call you or chat to you, do you discriminate against who, or are you? It's a blank canvas.
It's totally anonymous. Helpline and web chat are totally anonymous. You know, I've there's stories on our website about people who are, you know, yeah, because mental well-being doesn't discriminate. You know, it doesn't matter who you are, what your circumstances are. So yeah, we don't discriminate. They, you know, people phone up, and yeah, the person on the other line doesn't know about, you know, their circumstances. So yeah, it's totally anonymous. So yeah, we do not and cannot discriminate at all. No.
And the process, so I call up, I speak to a person. Can it be a regular thing, or is it just like a long chat to try and talk you back? Or
so they offer practical support on a wide range of issues. We do get regular callers. You know, I think one of the things we saw last year was people were phoning. We were getting more calls, and calls were lasting longer, just because people had more complex issues and that sort of stuff. So yeah, you know, some chats are very quick, some last a long time. I think the helpline staff try and just keep them as short as practically possible while still helping, just because so many people need our services, you know. So
because I mean, I've looked, we say about not discriminating, it can be the person who's got nothing to the person who's got everything. I think one of your patrons is Professor Green, the British rapper.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was affected. His father committed suicide as well. So he's a massive voice for yourselves. So if it can affect him and his family, as we know, it can affect anyone. You said mental health doesn't discriminate.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it affects, you know, one of the things you'll have heard, people watching this will have heard, is that like 1 in 4 people will have a mental health problem at some point in their life. At Calm, we don't like to talk about that.
Yeah.
1 in 4, still, that's only a quarter, that's a minority.
Uh-huh.
We all have mental well-being we need to look after. You know, we've all got physical well-being, and again, that doesn't discriminate. You know, and mental well-being, you know, yeah, we all need to look after our mental well-being. So yeah, like, yeah, just because you've not been diagnosed with a mental health issue doesn't mean your mental health isn't, you know, great. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. You know, we all need to look after that, you know. And probably, I think one of the few things about the past year has been that, yeah, I think people have realised that, yeah, we all have this mental health and mental well-being we need to look after.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, there's a saying I kind of go by about putting on a happy face, and that everyone's fighting a battle that you know nothing about, and try and be kind, because just because someone's laughing and joking in real life, it doesn't mean that they've got a happy life. It could just be the fact that, kind of the thing I try and make it my goal every day when I'm all right, to make at least one person laugh or smile without offending anyone else. Because if I can make them smile, it's one step away from being down and sad and feeling the shit that a lot of us go through on a daily basis. And I feel that whether it's the cringiest joke ever, as I said, as long as you're not being offensive and it's making somebody laugh, it's a step in the right direction.
It's just having those conversations. Another campaign we did probably, I don't know, again a while back. Again, 2020, I've just lost all track of time.
No, we all have.
We work a lot with the TV channel Dave. One of the things we did with them was about being the mate you'd want to be, and we came up with a thing called their Dave. We came up with Alan, and so that's like a checklist of things. So if you're worried about someone, ask open questions, not just closed questions, and listen to them. Ask. So Alan, ask open questions, L, listen, and A again, action, make a plan, help them set some goals, and then N is network, and try and build a support network of family and friends. So that's what, we're very much like, be the mate you'd want to be, reach out, talk to people.
I mean, it's important to be that person, that mate, as you say. I mean, one of the things we've tried to campaign for is, I would rather listen to your story than listen to your obituary, regardless. A lot of people think, oh, I can't talk to my mum, my dad, my brother, my sister, because, I don't want them worrying. Okay, we'll reach out to a friend. Oh, I can't talk to a friend and then this sort of stigma. But I would rather somebody give me a message, give me a phone call, and talk to me, and it's not going to be a spiel about, oh, blah, 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 oh, I'm getting on your nerves. And this is where you guys come into as well, about if you can't speak to a friend, if you can't speak to a family member, contact yourselves. I mean, we will put the link in the descriptions as well, so it's easy. We'll also have all the flashpoints up here about the phone numbers and stuff. As we've also discussed, without donations, you guys and girls can't continue to go. So if there is anyone out there, again, we will put the donation link. It doesn't have to be millions of pounds. Obviously, that would be great, but every little helps. And again, without people like Neil and the CAM guys and girls, we wouldn't have this help here. So, if you're having problems, reach out. If you feel that a couple of quid, a tenner, whatever, donate.
Yeah, that's it. Like, if someone watches this and in 6 months one of their mates is struggling and they say, have you tried Calm? That's great for us. So, that's what I want. I want people to know about us and know we're there, so people, when they need us, reach out, we're non-clinical, so don't worry if people are, I know some people like slightly scared of that sort of stuff. We're not non-clinical. I do hear like feedback from people who have, spoken to a helpline, and it's just like, I say, it was like talking to a friend, talking to someone in the pub, so that's really good. I really like that. Be the mate you want, support each other, reach out to Calm, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel that you're at your last knockings and you don't know where to go, you don't know where to turn, hook up the mobile phone. You don't have to talk. A lot of people think, oh, I don't want to talk because I'm scared to talk. Send the live chat. You don't have to be face to face with someone.
That's it. Yeah. The web chat is, great. And I think especially for young people, like, I don't know what the stat is, but young people, the phone on their phone isn't even in the top 10 of used apps on there. So people are more comfortable, and a lot of people seem more comfortable opening up via the live chat. So and you've got trained professionals on the other and like a lot of services are great, but they only offer a listening service. Airs is like practical support and that sort of stuff. So that's really good, you know.
Perfect. And as we'll wrap up in a bit, as I said, it doesn't matter if you are a big time in the poker world or a little bit in the poker world or any world. Neil and his team are there to help you, regardless what you're going through, what you're not going through. It's okay not to be okay. Reach out. The links will be all in the description. And if you can, donate what you can to. I mean, Neil, from what I've spoken to, has been a great help opening up about the camzone.net. And yeah, there is also any links you want, just ask me. Neil, it has been a pleasure. I do appreciate your time. Keep fighting the good fight. It's been great.
Cheers, thank you, and thanks for having me on and helping get the message out there. You know, like I say, we're open 5 p.m. till midnight every day of the year. You know, just if you need us, give us a call. Go on the web chat.
Thank you very much again, Neil, and thanks again to everyone for watching and listening. Take care and stay safe. Thank you.